Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm the Serious Strategy Game and we're returning to our Let's Play of Hearts of Iron 4, where we're playing around with the new mechanics of the La Resistance expansion. We are playing as the Soviets because I think the Soviet partisans are actually historically much more interesting than the French ones. Yes, the French ones did aid in the invasion, but the Soviet partisans really in the occupied territories, especially in Belarus and some of the Russian territories and Ukraine, they were amazing. They really did a number on the Germans, and I want to see whether that is possible. We've beefed up the German Reich here to the maximum capabilities, and we're going to see what is going to happen. Now, beefing them up like that did result them in actually finishing France very early in 1940, so I'm slightly concerned about what's going to happen in 1940, or whether we do have another year to prepare for the war. So I've rearranged our troops here a little bit. You can see a couple of generals have been rearranged. We have now a coherent front line over here with about 100 divisions on the German front, and everyone else is sort of spread out, specifically towards the north over here, the second group, and we do have 24 divisions over here guarding against Japan, although I very much think that that might not be enough. Now, we have a bit of information on Finland especially. We are sending some reconnaissance airplanes over there. Some are active over Poland. And I do think at some point we should also look out for Manchuria. We've basically already flipped Persia. So they are now in our faction, which is very lovely. And we are at the moment preparing a coup against Turkey. So that is what I want to do now. This time around, and I think that's going to be very interesting. So let's resume the game over here and see how that goes. We'll probably see a lot of divisions rearranging themselves over here. So we've got a solid front line, I would hope. Some armored unit here in reserve, so hopefully that is going to be enough. Let's briefly look at logistics. Yes, we do have a lot of infantry equipment. So unless you guys are very close to finishing, which you are, so okay, no, we're not going to change anything. So that should be fine. How many divisions have we got? Number 7, you're number 8, okay. Right, so, yeah, let's see specifically how this goes down here. In 70 days or so, we should be able to see that. We are still deciphering German new ciphers, so they have beefed up their intelligence just before, just probably sometime in the last episode, so yeah, that is interesting. One of our agents is wounded, he's going to recover in about 20 days, and here is a new armored car. That is lovely. Now it is 1940, and we are very afraid that war might break out very soon. So I think what we're going to do over here is start out by beefing up our infantry equipment, and you know what, that is 110 days. I think we can actually go ahead here and get a new infantry designer. That is going to cost us quite a bit of political power, but that should also reduce this here to 90 days, which I think is very lovely. Let's make sure that we are switching over to the new armored car. And that I think is a good idea. Right, the other thing that I wanted to do is, we are a little bit shy on army experience here. So I think it would be great to just go ahead and train up these, maybe not you, train up this infantry division, infantry army at the very least. And maybe another one. Well, I don't want to be surprised by the Winter War, but I think you guys at the very least can train up a little bit more. That should give us a little bit more army experience. It's not a lot because we have so many divisions, but still I think it's a fairly good idea. Right, so 50 days until the coup over here. Where are you? You're defending at home. No, my friend. You should boost ideology over here. Ah, but apparently can't because we've probably lost everything there. So, well, I think that's okay. Another division over here. Another army group over here, I meant to say. So that I think is the army number 9. So another 24 divisions. Lovely. Let's find a general for you. I generally prefer to give you infantry army guys, but you are really not that great. So yeah, let's go with Boris over here. That should be okay. Right. And you know what? You guys can actually form a front line against Romania because I think that'd be somewhat sensible. We're going to also form a front line here against Hungary. That's it. Right, there we go. Something happening in the Balkans. That's okay. Our penalty here of officers being purged is decreased, which is very, very good because factory output training time. All of this is pretty horrible for us. We should have some infantry equipment. No, yeah, we do have a lot actually. How come? We're training up so many men. I thought we wouldn't be able to get that much. Let's add a couple of units here in terms of our training of tanks. We are a little bit shy on tanks, but I think over time that should rectify itself relatively easily. 44 days, so that is nice. Yeah, you are down here. When are you going to be ready? 5 days. Okay, so what we're going to do here is switch to building an intelligence network. Come on, you. Switch to build a network over here, and that means you can go back to boosting ideology over there. No, you can't. Okay, let's get down there then. Let's boost this up. Japan declaring war further. Yeah, okay, there we go. Just boost this up a little bit before the war breaks out. So Japan is declaring on Civet Sama, I think. Yeah, Organized China is going to join in very soon, so that means now Xinjiang as well is threatened by that. So yeah, not great. Really, really not great. We've done improved computing machines, so that I think is good. Let's go ahead and improve our infantry further by just various other miscellaneous equipment. That should be okay. Right, there we go. 36 days, 35 days, just over a month, and we're going to be ready. Meanwhile, you have recovered. Let's go back to this area over here and build up our contacts in Germany. This guy's a German, so yeah, I think he's going to be alright. Deep operations done. That is fairly fantastic because these things, especially this one here, is a super good doctrine that we can pick because it's going to lower combat width for infantry, and that means we can basically put more stuff into our units. 150 days, that is nice. It would be lovely if we could get that before the Germans do arrive. Now Hungary has joined up into the Axis, which is sort of to be expected to happen at some point. Yeah, Xinjiang, I'm afraid I'm not gonna let you join because you are pretty much doomed. That is pretty bad because that means Japan is at our doorstep basically. But there's only so much that we can do. Partisan suppression done, lovely. Don't think we need the socialist realism. I mean, the political power is nice but not really critical. So let's go for... I mean, again, this is not that important either. So yeah, let's actually go for socialist realism. I think some political power would be lovely. And I think we just finished up... Oh yeah, the tactical bombers, that's alright. 1940, I think it would be lovely to get some mechanized equipment. It would also be nice to get more special forces under 26 days. On the other hand, just artillery upgrade is going to be a super easy and lovely and nice boost for us. So let's go ahead with that as well. Tactical bombers switching out to the new equipment over there. That's fine. There we go. 12 days till we kick off this invasion. Yugoslavia is joining the Allies and Germany is declaring war down there. That's good enough, I think. Now, do we just declare war? Honestly, I'm a little bit unsure about how the war goes in the Baltics. So yeah, let's see about that. Let's first go about Turkey. I think that has the highest priority down here. So 2 more days. 1, 2, and here we go. Yeah, so there we go. That is the civil war down here. You can get to do other stuff, and you as well. So let's briefly check out. So you are Soviet, you are German. So that is fairly nice. What I would like to do here is strengthening the resistance. So let's pick our 2 German guys to do that. Or is anyone specifically... No, you'd be someone good at this. Strengthening the resistance, that's only the demolition expert over here. And you wouldn't be great at that either. But you're German, so yeah, I think the 2 of you can try to do that. It is quite risky, but let's do that anyway. I think we need to select a target. We're going to do that in Warsaw. Just because I think strengthening the Polish resistance is going to be good for us right over there. Right, apparently we do have some free military factories. Let's use them for what precisely? More medium tanks would be very nice. Just more military infantry equipment would also be good. Some support equipment? No, I think we don't really need that. Yeah, let's go for 10 medium tanks. Let's go for 5 anti-tank artillery pieces. We are producing a little bit of anti-air, so that's okay. Yeah, and then we're going to try to build more fighters as well. I think that's going to be alright. 3 civilian factories, so that is nice to see. I think we've built up a little bit of fortifications over here, so these guys are at least level 5, which is fantastic. Then we've got some defenses down here. That's only level 1 though, so that's not really going to help us. And I think it would be great if we could boost this up here to at least level 3. Just so that we have a relatively continuous... You know what, let's say level 5. I think that's the point at which this really becomes valuable. And then let's go to level 7 over here. Repairing in Bialystok is not quite one of my priorities. And then we do need a little bit more in terms of military factories. Let's build up Moscow. Anything else that is super high infrastructure? No, well, just you. Okay. So let's prioritize that, and everything that sort of is over that amount just flows down here. And Stalingrad should be finished fairly soon. Yeah, it's just a month. So, and then we'll continue to build up the installations over there. So that I think is okay. Right, good, good, good. Right, so Turkey. Can we send the Turkish Socialist Republic some volunteers? Yes, but only 3 divisions. That's not a lot, but let's see what we can spare. So let's grab a tank, and I think two of our mountain troops, which have been proven to be fairly good. So let's grab you and you, so that you maybe gain some intel. Let's assign an army general towards you. Cautious, that's not great. Yeah, you're really not that great. None of you are really good. Let's go for you. Okay, so Turkish Socialist Republic, you. Let's send you volunteers. I do want to send air volunteers. I always forget to do that. And let's send you like this. Good. Let's have a look at the Air Force. Now, I do probably... So we have 600 fighters over here that are being deployed. But I do think potentially these 400... Do we have airfields down here? Well, we can probably fly from our own airfields and then just try to gain air superiority over here. And I think we do have some tactical bombers somewhere. Now, you have scout planes. Okay, let's grab some of the scout planes that are operating over Finland. I don't think we need all of them. And let's get it towards down here. Fly over Asia Minor. And then some tactical bombers, please. You guys. Close air support. And that's going to be a daylight mission. Good. Yeah, there we go. Can we also support you by, let's say, sending some Lend-Lease equipment, specifically infantry equipment? Let's say... How many have we got? I think quite a bit. So let's say 3,000. Nice round number there. Right, there we go. Fantastic. Do we want to do anything in terms of our infantry divisions? Now, I think it would be great to give you some cavalry recon detachment. It's going to give you 3 whooping reconnaissance. It's going to lower your organization just a bit. Everything else is really insignificant, I think. Most of these numbers are so tiny that they really don't matter. Important thing is, do we have enough infantry equipment? Yes, we do. Do we have enough support equipment? Not quite, actually. So that is something that we need to be mindful about then. So what I potentially should do then is produce a little bit more of that before we go ahead and do this. So yeah, let's dial this up a little bit. And let's actually prioritize that over fighters. And over medium tanks. Did I grab that actually? No, I didn't. Okay. Yeah, let's put it to the top there. That could be okay. Right, there we go. Our forces are now coming up towards them. They have some forces over here. And I'm realizing that I forgot my timer, so I don't really know what time it is. So that Samar has capitulated. Xinjiang is going to fall very soon as well. There's just no way that Japan can not cover them. Yeah, of course we're going to accept docking rights. Come on, where are our forces? It's nice to see that they have split up proper Turkey, because these guys here will be completely out of supplies. So it should be relatively easy to kick them out. Our divisions have arrived over here. You know what? Let's try to get them over here. And then what I want to do is just cut off this tiny piece here. Yeah, but that just doesn't work. Okay, let's get you over there. Okay, fair enough. Can't really make it over there. Let's try to get into here then. And you can try to cut off this piece. Sort of rescue them there. Make a small tour over here. You might actually get to Ankara fairly soon. Okay, I do need to dial down on the speed a little bit. Right, you're okay over there. Let's try to get around over here. So you're being attacked and you're losing. Why is that? You cannot be penetrated, but you have a surprisingly high attack. What's your penetration, by the way? Doesn't say over there. Does it say over here? Yeah, so a normal infantry division does have what? Piercing? Around 4. Okay, so that's interesting. Primarily so that we can formulate some form of plan around maybe some of our weaker divisions or our lighter divisions. Let's try to go around over there. I would principally like to botch these guys in, but it just seems that we have a little bit of an opportunity here, although it just might not be as high as I expected it to be. Right, yeah, but we do have an advantage here in fighting power. Okay, you need to stop your attack. I'm honestly not sure just how much sense it does make to defend over here. Honestly, we might just as well retreat. Okay, and we are beating them back immediately, so that's kind of funny. Right, okay, but we are getting up there, so that's nice. Oh, I should actually look at our operatives and what they're doing. Okay, so you are strengthening the resistance up over there. That's good. You are now just defending, and you're boosting communism in Turkey. We don't really need to do that. So what I would propose that we do instead is try to be funny again. Send you over here as well. So send up both of these guys to the US, where they'll try to build up an intelligence network and maybe boost communism a little bit. Sort of vindicate McCarthyism. Alright, let's try to make a dash down there. I think the tanks will be very successful in doing that. But I do see that they are reinforcing, so let's try to get over here first. It's a single division that we would catch off guard there. But you know what, let's try to do that anyway. By the way, what's our reinforcement chance? 14%, okay, that's pretty good. Yeah, so we don't need to be too micromanaging in doing certain stuff over here. Okay, now we are over there. Let's grab one of you guys, just one, and attack over here, sort of flank you. Come around over here and attack there as well. Right, the tank can sort of support the attack as well. So there we go, you're being encircled. You should not... you should not hold on for long there. Right, okay, more research stuff being done. So specifically the infantry stuff. So that is nice. I think we can go for mechanized equipment over here. And apparently we have some unassigned divisions. Oh, that's lovely. Yes, let's try to get you into the mechanized forces. That should be okay. Right. So you're still training up. That's okay. We are gaining some army experience here, so that is also good. Oh, and we do have another army. So that is army number 10, which is also fairly lovely. You just are all not very great. Let's pick you, because you have decent attack and defense values. Right, so I suppose what you could do is actually guard these guys here. You are going to shift towards over here. Get rid of that. Get rid of this, so that we have some bonuses over there. Right, and as you are dealing with this, I'm going to delete this all over there, and if all of you just straight join up the attack. Get rid of these guys, like such. Lovely. There we go. Yugoslavia capitulating. Not good, but it is July. I'm not sure whether the Germans are going to try anything this year then, or whether it's simply going to be next year, as we sort of would expect. How are our operations doing? 29 days till we're strengthening the resistance there. Oh, I do think something that we should do is actually go ahead and in intelligence agency go for plastic explosive, because that is increasing our bonuses there. It's going to be costly, 8 civilian factories for a couple of days, but I think we might be able to spare that. Yeah, there we go. Lots of stuff being produced over here, including build up of the fortifications. Make sure to do that a little bit more coherently. Okay, you guys can try to get down here. Try to cut that gentleman off. Let's try to get you around over there. Get rid of the cavalry division up there. And basically free up the Turkish troops so that they don't have to consider just like, where are we? What should we be attacking? Just avoid having the AI being all over the place. Okay, let's attack over there. You're attacking over there, and let's try to grab all of this down here. Right, and you should be easily winning over here, because these guys must be completely out of organization. Do you jump back here? Lovely area, by the way. I have done some vacationing down here in central Turkey, actually, not on the coast, but in central Turkey. Right, so you guys are doing fine down there. We do have enemy air superiority. Now that is curious. Why is that? I thought we would be having air superiority over here. Right, okay. It just seems our guys aren't registering the attack, basically. So we should really make sure to grab this airport over here so that at least we can fly in our fighters. But we're doing that, so that is good. And that was completely planned, you know. I was seeing this airfield and I was thinking, you know, this is something that we need to take. Which is of course a lie. Okay, you guys... Okay, wait a minute. So, Turkey, I did ask you to send you air volunteers, right? I'm not sure how many I can send. Maybe there's a limit? Or do I just need to found you here? Cannot do that in the volunteer base. Okay, so let's try to grab 100 fighters. Not enough intel. Weird. Ah, 40. Okay, 40 is the maximum that I can do. Okay, so let's do that then. Go ahead. Get over here. Come on. Can't you get over here? Jesus. Curious. Don't see how I can do that. Well, never mind. I think we're going to be alright. Okay, you've done fairly well over here. Okay, let's try to get into these mountains. Curious that they still have some organization there. Okay, this is all mountains, so I do not want my tank to be over here. Alright, let's grab you. Let's get back over here. Do you want your organization is so low? Let's come up like that. And you, my friend, can be part of this. And since the organization is also fairly low, let's just bring you over here. And you guys, can you formulate some sort of attack plan like that? And you will get a new front line, like over here. So, there we go. Just a minor support really of our Turkish friends here, but I think it might be critical and crucial just to support them a little bit like that. Right, okay, you are over here, you're immediately moving back. Well, that's okay then. Let's stop you from attacking into this province there, and let's just expand down there. That I think should be okay. Right. You're gaining some support over there. That is also good. Our tanks are over here. They are resting. Let's try to go up the Victory Point province. And then let's try to save up these guys, because they've managed to get themselves encircled a little bit over there. So let's try to get down here and Ankara towards Konya. Improved artillery upgrade, that is lovely. That is a very big boost actually. So that means we have done all of the 1940s stuff over here. There's nothing in industry. We've done all of that just to confirm. Well, we could do better recon planes. I don't think that's necessarily the order of the day. battle tanks would be extremely good. It is relatively late in 1940, so that might actually be a very good choice over there. But the last thing that we want to do maybe in 1940 is the expanded Special Forces program, just so that we are getting a little bit more in terms of Special Forces. Well, isn't that a surprise? Good. Okay, you're getting over there, and you guys have done some good things down here. So let's try to expand further. As I said, Nation of Leon Trotsky. Oh, I should have stopped there, because that, of course, is a very important historical event involving nice pigs, and one of you was actually referring to that earlier. Okay, let's roll into Ankara, the capital of Turkey, and of course not Istanbul, but Ankara. There we go. And let's try to save up this division here as well. As well form a little pocket over there if we can be that successful. Okay, you're now defending over here, and I think we are defending fairly well there, so let's try to reduce this pocket here a little bit while you guys are trying to re-establish a connection over there. These guys are fairly low on organization, but now they do have our support, so that's great, or at least they have a way to retreat. Let's get in there, let's try to support this defense, or at least re-establish defense. Let's try to get down here, again sort of encircling them, cutting them off. These guys up there are sort of limiting that, but we might just try to support them regardless. Okay, let's try to get back over there, support this attack defense. We're probably going to be jumped on here, but I think we might be alright. We should be easily able to defeat them. At least we're dealing out a lot more damage than they are, even though our organization is fairly low. Okay, so let's try to flank them over here. I think that should be a good idea, so that we can do that. Socialist realism done. Nice. New Soviet man for kamikaze strikes. No, that is not something that we need right now. And let's go for anti-capitalist diplomacy. Let's briefly check on what everyone is doing over here. 5 days till we get the resistance support up a little bit, so that's nice. And I think we can go on a wide offensive over here. Slightly difficult to encircle them with only one tank division, but it's fairly mobile, so I think that's a good idea. Plastic explosives done, also very good. That means we should be able to construct a little bit more in terms of fortifications, as we are doing right now. Lovely, lovely indeed. Yeah, great. And we are building up more military factories as well, so that is all very nice. Good. Okay, so Eastern Turkey is starting to look a little bit more stable now, which is great, of course. Ah, we did overrun one of their units over there. Nice. Probably going to overrun that one as well. Yeah, and these guys should fall extremely quickly over here, because they are so low on organization. They have been basically not having any support there for a while. Right, let's roll into this down there, and then maybe around over there, so that we can flank these guys and maybe take them out before they regain some organization. How are we looking in terms of the support? Yeah, okay, so you are finished over here. That is nice. So the resistance here is increasing, and that is a very good thing, of course, for us. Could sabotage industry down there, sabotage resources, sabotage the infrastructure. We're going to hold off on that for now, because I don't think that this is so useful for us right now. Okay, and you should, I think, be building up further support down here. I think 2 of our guys are operating in the United States, yes, and you can actually switch to boosting communist ideology. It's going to be extremely low. Scale to 3%. Target counterintelligence, okay, and the national coverage is extremely low. Yeah, but I think it will build up over time, so yeah. You are German as well, so you are actually going to build that up, and you could root out at resistance. That's not really what we want to do. Could also build networks down here in Czechoslovakia. Can we increase our spread over the US? Well, we can. Let's send you to Illinois so that we can spread communism a little bit more effectively over there. Right. Good. Okay, over here we are defending fairly well. That is nice. Let's try to grab the victory points so that they are completely out of supply. There we go. And this is being finished over there as well. So you guys should all fairly soon feel the heat there. Nice, nice, done for. Good. Let's get rid of... No, you know what? You are part of this now. You're going to take that and then you're going to take on this over there. A couple of overruns there. So let's try to just advance over here fairly quickly and deal with these guys. Yeah, we do have a significant advantage over there. These guys have been beaten up, so let's try to close off here and get rid of them completely. That is what I like to see. Good. Down here. Yeah, let's try to get rid of this guy. Just to avoid the AI being completely overwhelmed here with the amount of choices that it can send its troops, because otherwise it will just continuously send forces back and forth. Although I feel it's a little bit better now this time around. Okay, let's try to get over here and then sort of come into their rear like that. Good. Okay, I think we can accelerate timing a little bit actually. So you've done that. Let's get down here then. And let's completely save the east over there. That is being done for over here. Apparently Ankara has fallen again, which is unfortunate, but it's not the end of the world. Right, okay, you're now getting back towards the front line over there. Fantastic. Let's try to support these guys here. This is mountains, this is just desert. Let's try to come around this way. Don't really want my tanks to be in the mountains. Hills are fine, of course, but mountains is a little bit unfortunate. Right, more 1940 stuff being done. So I think we can actually go ahead and start to research new tanks over here. 157 days, but we also want to get the tank designer. And I do think max speed is nice. Reliability and soft attack is also nice. I mean, reliability is a little bit high over here. Armor and heart attack. That is really good. Armor at least is very good. Let's try to go with you. Right, and you're getting over there, you're sort of circling around. Well, we can go into the mountains if there's no opposition. Ah, damn it. Well, you did beat these guys up, so that is unfortunate. So they are now gone for. Okay, we have beaten these guys over here. Will you be taking the railroad in a second? No, you will not. Okay, so let's try to get you over there. Right, okay, no point in going into these mountains anymore, so let's get down here and try to encircle them as they are, well, just cleaning up the front line, really. Okay, and let's get down here. Norway has capitulated. Let's send you over here and around. I think that might be very useful, so that we can flank on Ankara fairly soon. Yeah, and you're dealing with this. Lovely. Going all the way over there. Let's try to get that victory point here. Unless it's mountains. It is mountains, so yeah, let's not do that. Don't want to waste too many tanks helping out here. Okay, you can actually get into Ankara. You're getting over here. Let's try to get over there, just like that. And then up over there. Hopefully you'll not be... Yeah, that's fairly nice. Okay, let's try to get into attacking you. You've done fairly well over here. Let's try to support this attack. So you should be starting to lose out quite badly over here. But I think at some point, yeah, it's not looking too bad for our Turkish expedition over here, is it? Right, okay, let's try to support further over here. It's going to be across a river, but still it's fine. And you can attack over here. Whereas you can just try to run across these mountains. You're defending over here and you're flanking them, so I think that should be okay. Yeah, fairly soon we're going to be done for there. Right, and let's grab these mountain provinces there. So there's mountains, this probably is, no, it's just hills. Okay, so let's try to cut at least this single division off here. Small steps, but it's only small force, so I think that's well vindicated. Right, and then let's try to get over here into Sinop. Good defense over here, in which case I think we might just as well take the chance for counter-attack. That should be fairly okay. Good. Let's get rid of you. You've done that over there. Lovely. So yeah, I think we are neatly cutting them into pieces here. Would have been also good to get towards Ducece, but maybe it wasn't meant to be. Right, okay, where's the tank? It is over here. This is all you know what, this is not mountains. Okay, so let's get you over here and maybe advance onto Istanbul itself, at which point I feel Turkey is gonna collapse fairly quickly. Samsun as well. And then, yeah, so now, you know what, let's try to attack immediately, since they are low on organization anyway. You're doing that, so that's good. And yeah, Izmir might have some victory points, just 5 there. So yeah, I think once Istanbul falls, we might have a new communist partner over here. Great. Yeah, let's try to get the airport down over there as well. You can just defend over here for a second. You've done this. Let's try to wrap that up over there. Okay, so apparently not quite enough to cause their surrender. But I think sooner rather than later we should see them surrendering. I mean, there's not that many victory points left for them. And, I mean, their front line is more or less collapsing anyway. So, yeah. Good. Okay, you're going up there now. Let's try to get into these mountains here. Yes, I said earlier mountains is not great terrain for tanks, but I think they're going to be alright. Okay, yeah, let's have you come over here. Then you can support this attack because that is going to be a little bit better. Yeah, there we go. And there we go. All of Turkey has now surrendered. Can we invite you to our faction? Yes. So that is of course something that we will immediately do. And there we go. We stand now together. And that is a fairly excellent news for us. They do still have some divisions over here. So that is great. I love it. We do have 3 civilian factories apparently, because apparently we built up a couple of fortifications. Now we've got a good number of fortifications down here. We are building up some over there. I think that's great. So I think we can refocus on military factories and potentially look for 60% infrastructure provinces. Like there. Nothing down here. Nothing up over here. Yeah, so I think that's going to be okay. So yeah, let's go for 50% ones. Oh, there was another 60% there. Good. Very, very good indeed. Our volunteer forces are going to return soon. Let's take a brief look at the Germans and their intelligence and see what they've got specifically in terms of army intelligence. 200 divisions. Well, that's not great. we don't really have nearly that amount of troops. But we do have a lot of infantry equipment that we can turn into troops. And we can also train up a couple of you guys. Right. And let's train up more infantry. I think we desperately need it. 48 divisions to be trained up at the same time over here. That should reduce this amount of infantry equipment massively. Yeah, but we are producing enough. So in 30 days it's going to be done. Oh, and we just now deployed another army group here, so that is nice. That makes army number 11. And just to be consistent, let's capitalize that. Yeah, there we go. Fantastic. Yeah, so very, very soon we're going to see the full might of the German Reich descend on us. We've built up a little bit of support over here. Could strengthen the resistance further. And I think that wouldn't be a bad idea. So we've got how many operatives now? We've got 3, I think, operating in the US. How are you doing? Scale to 14%. Because national coverage is still so low. Yeah, but we need at least one of you guys to help out in another place. Now, one of the other nations that might be susceptible to communism is actually... Just how communist are the US now? It's so low. Okay, you know what? We're gonna change up a little bit over here. So we are going to ask you here to build up our intelligence, our network down there. You know what? You are going to join here for a second. You, my friend, are going to come back towards Germany. And then what we can do is in Krakow, strengthen the resistance in Krakow. With whom? So we've got you. You're a fairly good choice for that. And then we've got the two Germans here. You're tough. You're well groomed. Well, groomed doesn't really help us, but you are a little bit higher level as well. Yeah, and we've got a lot of bonuses over there, so yeah, I think that's great. Let's strengthen the resistance over there. Let's briefly take a second over here just to see whether you're going to change up your missions. It's probably going to take a while. How much does it take? 45 days, 2 civilian factories. Still, I think it's great to build up the Polish resistance before we start getting over, before the Germans start their attack. We've built up a couple of fortifications, so I think that is also very nice to see. We don't really have enough infrastructure. We don't really have enough infantry equipment, but we should build that up fairly consistently over here. We're a little bit shy on support equipment, it seems. I wonder why that is. Yeah, we need to build more of that stuff. I think we can go a little bit lower here on some of these items. Yeah, but we have committed 50 factory lines towards infantry equipment, so I think that's great. Let's go for 20 for support equipment. Right, that being said, I think now is a very good place to put in a cut. So thank you very much for watching, guys. Hope to see you around next time. Bye bye.